Hello viewers, my name is Kujo Vanes. I'll be your facilitator for the compensation and benefits training, which is on the 27th and 28th April, organized by SEDAT at the Crystal Palm Hotel at Tessalon. This is going to be a time for HR practitioners to have hands-on experience on how to design a compensation and benefits policy, how to design a payroll, how to even design a salary structure. We have done this training for the past 4 years, and I can confidently tell you that every single person that has participated in this training currently is able to design their own payroll, design their own salary structure, and do not entirely need any consultant. So I encourage each and every one of you to register. You can look down there, you get the information needed to register. Make the call SEDAT, and let's meet on the 27th and 28th.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. You are welcome to today's episode of SEDAT HR Digest, where we discuss relevant topics on people and organizational matters to build a solid work environment that impacts positively on people or the people we work with, as well as the bottom line. SEDAT HR Digest is brought to us by SEDAT Consult and Quick Fix Creatives. You can contact SEDAT Consult on 0244629245, 0244629245 for all your people and organizational needs. And also Quick Fix Creatives on 05520 90057, 05520 90057 for all your designing and printing needs. Today we are discussing how CEOs can help HRs to become strategic business partners. And our guest is ready for us this afternoon. But before I introduce my guest to you, please don't forget to leave your name and your location in the comment section or comment box. We would acknowledge you as usual. If today is the first time of watching SEDAT HR Digest, we want to specially welcome you. And for all those who have been following us on all our social media handles, thank you for doing that. And I believe so strongly that you are being impacted positively. I also want to remind you that on 27th and 28th of April this month, we are having a training on compensation and benefits. We are looking at how to build a competitive grading system and salary structure, and this is happening at the Crystal Palm Hotel in Accra. Kindly, all right, so the registration link has been posted in the comments box. Please click on it and register. Trust me, you will never regret attending this program. It's very practical, hands-on. You will not regret it. I have benefited from this training, and I can tell you that now I can design my own grading and own salary structure without struggle. So please don't waste time. Get in touch with the SEDAT Consult team or click on the link to register. And I believe you would also be sharing your testimony like I'm doing now. Again, if you have any comments, any question, kindly drop it in the comments box, or contribution, you can drop it in the comment box. We'll read it out for our guests to respond to you accordingly. And then, so before I introduce my guest, I've seen Michael Kisi. Thank you so much. Michael has been following us and watching us Sunday after Sunday. Thank you so much. And he's watching us from Cape Coast. Samuel, thank you. Samuel is watching us from Polgatanga. Thank you. Martin, I see you. Thank you so much for watching, and all those on our LinkedIn and YouTube channel. Thank you. Facebook, thank you for joining us. Our guest today is Mr. Stephen Yamwa Intefo, the CEO of South Akim Rural Bank. Stephen is a chartered accountant and a member of the Chartered Certified Accountant, that's ACCA, and a certified fraud examiner. Charlie, hey, don't go near the man, he will catch you fast. He's a fraud examiner by the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, US of A. Stephen also holds an MBA in Human Resource Management from the University of Cape Coast. He has over 20 years of experience in academia and then in the banking and finance sector. We have a solid guest today, and I believe having the background in HR and being the CEO, we made the right choice, and he's going to open our eyes to a lot of things. Stephen, you are welcome to Sedat HR Digest. We are happy to have you here today.
Hello?
Hi, Stephen, I can see you.
Hello?
Hello, Stephen, we can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So what is the issue? Because I can hear you speaking, but I can't hear the voice. So let me quickly go to the main. But I was trying to, as it were, have an alternative arrangement. So let me go to the other, and let's see, because it's okay.
All right, so whilst we wait
now, right?
All right, Stephen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me also?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Hi, Stephen. Right, so whilst we wait for Stephen to...
So, yes, I can hear you. If you can go ahead and...
All right, so welcome to today's episode of HR Digest. We are happy to have you here, and thank you for accepting to join us and to share insight on how CEOs can help position HRs as strategic partners. All right, so we want to go straight into the discussion because we don't have enough time. And I want to have your take on what do you think, or what is your take on HRs becoming strategic partners?
Thank you very much, Patience. My take on HR becoming a strategic partner is that it is in the interest of the CEO to make the HR a strategic partner. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of the fact that
All right, so whilst we wait for Stephen, I would like to acknowledge Rhoda. Thank you for watching us. Rhoda is watching us from North Kaneshi. Seidu, thank you. Seidu is watching us from Wa. Yvonne, thank you. Yvonne is watching us from Osu. Once again, this is Sedat HR Digest, and we promise you will never regret. Today, we are looking at how CEOs can help position HRs as strategic partners. We want to inform you and remind those who are already aware that from 27th to 28th of April 2003, right at the Crystal Palm Hotel, we are having a training on how to build a competitive salary structure and salary grading system. And you don't want to miss this training. I have been part of the training before, and today I can design my own salary structure and design my own grading, job grading without struggle. And so please, if you haven't registered, kindly get in touch with the SEDAT Consult team. They will register you. The link has also been posted in the comment box. Click on it and register. I promise you, I have been there before and I know the benefits I am enjoying now. In fact, hands-on practicals. I mean, no, you don't know too much talk about theories. I mean, a little theory to give you the background, and then you zoom straight into the practicals. And Kojo, I mean, the guy is solid. He is solid. And so get in touch with us, register, and then we will see you on 27th to 28th of April 2003 at the Crystal Palm Hotel. We are trying to get in touch with our guest. He's having few internet issues. I'm sure he would get back to us soon. And so whilst we wait for him, we want to take a short, quick break, and then I'm sure by the time we return from the break, he would have sorted his network issue out. Thank you so much, and see you soon after the short break.
Hello, friend. My name is Patricia Abnakisi. I am the CEO of SEDAT Consult Limited. I would like to personally invite you to our compensation and benefits management workshop titled Building a Competitive Grading System and Salary Structure. This workshop has been put together to help you develop and implement a fair, transparent, and a very equitable grading system and salary structure. This program will ensure that you get a sound policy to back your compensation and benefits management. The training is happening from the 27th to the 28th of April 2023 at the Crystal Palm Hotel, Tesano, Accra. Our training programs are practical and hands-on, and therefore you will be assured that you will get value for the investment you make. I look forward to welcoming you. To register, please call or WhatsApp 0244 629245 0244 629245. This is what some of our past attendees have to say about our training programs.
I'm Benis Ajipong, an HR and admin manager. After attending the compensation and benefits management training organized by SEDAT Consult, I have been able to conduct a job evaluation and recommend a review of our salary structure and a total overhaul of the compensation and benefits system. I recommend you patronize the training organized by SEDAT Consult. Thank you.
Hello, good day. I'm Richard Kosiyabua, a product of a training organized by SEDAT Consult. I participated in compensation and benefits, and what I gained, especially with competitive grading and salary structure. In fact, I learned a lot, and I had a great practicals at my place of work. I'm HR for Musa Ahmad Farms Limited. This current one, don't miss it in April. It will be a great and world participating training. Come and your company will never be the same. Thank you.
Yvonne Quintin Kofe is my name, a participant of Performance Management System training organized by SEDAT Consult Limited. The facilitator was excellent and had mastery of the subject. The hands-on approach made it very simple to grasp. I've had the opportunity to network with other participants. It's been an eye-opener and a great learning experience. I recommend SEDAT's HR trainings to any person who wants to know the dynamics of human resource. Thank you.
Hello, welcome from the break. And these are testimonials from participants of our compensation and then benefit training session. Practicals. We take you straight to your office. Long talk about theories and everything. We just give you the basic theoretical understanding you need, and then we move you straight into the practical session of the whole exercise. You'll be able to build your own grading system and build your own salary structure. All right. Okay, so we are still waiting for our guests to join. Whilst we wait for him, he's still having some few issues with his internet. All right, so Love Abuaje, Love, thank you for joining us. Love is watching us from Spinters. Kwabena Kisi, thank you. Kwabena is watching us from Kwashiman. Benjamin, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Whilst we wait for him to join us, let's have a short conversation. What do you think, okay, as employees, as workers, what are the expectations that you have of your CEO? What do you expect from your CEO? If you're an HR person, what do you expect from your CEO as an HR person? If you're a finance person here, what do you expect from your CEO as a finance person? Let's have a conversation whilst we wait for our guests to join us. And so you can drop your answers in the comment box. Let's have a chat. What is your expectation from your CEO? All right, so I'm waiting for your comments on your expectations from your CEO. We are still waiting for our guests. We have another CEO who will be joining us soon. And when she joins us, I would introduce her to you. All right, so Michael says that he expects leadership, respect, and motivation. Thank you, Michael. Leadership, respect, and motivation. And truly, everything rises and falls with leadership. So I agree with you, Michael. Leadership, respect, and motivation. Right. So keep your expectations coming in. Keep your expectations coming in. Okay. So whilst we wait for Steven to join us, we have here another CEO, solid CEO, Patricia, and Patricia would help us with the discussions as well. And then later, Steven would join us. Benjamin says, a tone from the top, leave a tone from the top, leave an exemplary. Thank you. And then all right, Yvonne says, I expect my CEO to demonstrate integrity, fairness, and motivation. Hey, Charlie, be like motivation is win, Integrity, fairness, and motivation. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne. All right. So Patricia is the CEO of Sedat Consult, and we are happy to have her join us today. She's been sponsoring Sedat HR Digest, and we want to say a very big thank you to her for sponsorship. Patricia, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patience. It's good to be here on the other side.
All right. We don't have much time, so we want to go straight into our discussion for today. What is your take on HRs becoming strategic business partners?
Right. Thank you. Yes. I believe strongly that, like Stephen started when he came in, that it is in the interest of the organization generally for HR to play that strategic partnership role. But it is something that I believe HRs, I think we had a conversation 2 or 3 weeks ago about the role that HRs need to play. And now we are looking at the roles or the support that CEOs can give the HRs, because when I talk to HR practitioners across industries, the impression I get is that they're not getting, yes, they want to be the strategic partner that we are all talking to them to be, but they seem not to get the support from their CEOs. And so it becomes a challenge. But it's about time that we CEOs, together with the HRs, understand that it is in the interest of the organization to play that strategic role. And so whatever support we need to give them as CEOs, we must give the support. I believe that if HRs play that strategic role, it will help the organization, and the CEO, your job will be easier because you are there, you are leading people. And if the HR is playing that strategic role, what it means is that people issues are tied to organizational goals. And so whatever the goals are, the people that are required are needed to achieve those goals. HR make sure that they bring those people so that the recruitment comes in. And then HR also make sure that they maintain the people, they manage them in such a way that the goals should be achieved. So you set KPIs, you do performance management and all that. And then you ensure that they are motivated enough. Like some of you have said, motivation. And what kind of motivation? Yes, paying people is very good, but what are you doing to show them that you value them? So from initial discussion, this is what I would say. It is in the interest of the organization to make HR a strategic partner. It is in the interest of the CEO to support HR to become that strategic partner.
It is in the interest of the CEO to support HR to become the strategic partner he or she looks out for. All right. So David Nano says he expects leadership by example from his CEO. Seydou said, okay, so Seydou, I hear you. Once his network is back, he will join in the conversation. Thank you, Seydou. Stephen is watching us from Koforidua. All right. Hey, Michael. Michael says he expects employee engagement or engagement, communication, and commitment to addressing the problems of employees. Commitment, engagement, communication, and then addressing the problems of employees. Thank you very much, Michael. Now, Patricia, what do you think are the critical skills that HR professionals need to have to become strategic business partners to the organization? What are the critical skills that are needed to become strategic business partners?
Yeah, thank you. Before I answer that, let me pick on what Michael said, engagement. Then I will answer that question, because it's important for us to understand. Most of us are HR people. Most of us are captains of industries. We are leaders in our various organizations. Engagement is very important. What employees require or need the most today is to keep them engaged. And how do you keep employees engaged? Because employee engagement is that which will engender them to give of their best, which will position them to go the extra mile all the time, making them feel that they are valued, making them feel that you care about them, and giving them help, letting them feel belonged into the organization is very important. Yeah, to move on to your question, what are the critical skills that HR people must develop? I think I've said it before on another platform that yes, HR needs to play that strategic role, but it won't just happen. We need to position ourselves as HR people to play that strategic role. And what are some of the skills that we can develop? First of all, business acumen. Sometimes HR, we box ourselves in the space of HR, and we don't want to have anything to do with the business, no matter what the business is into. if the business is into, if it's a banking or manufacturing or whatever sector you work in, you should care, you should be concerned about the business of the organization. So you don't have to be an expert in that, but at least understand the business. So that once you understand the business, then you understand how to prepare the people to work and then achieve the goals of the business. Sometimes we dissociate ourselves from the business. So let's understand the business. If it's banking, let's understand what goes into it, what makes a bank successful, what are the critical issues that banks look at, so that when you are even recruiting people, you factor that into who you bring into the organization. Business acumen is very, very, very important. And then also people management skills. I know that, yes, we are HR people, we are supposed to manage people, but sometimes we tend to be more concerned about the policies rather than the people. And so we tend to be policing people rather than helping them give off their best. So it's very important that we really manage the people or lead the people. How do we do that? So leadership skills, very important. Move away from the policing, move away from the paper pushing, and sticking to the policy, but listen to the people, find out what they need, how they want to be treated, how they want to be managed or led, and then help them. So people skills, business acumen, and then also let's understand the analytics. I mean, you should be able to go into the boardroom and show numbers as to how people are contributing to the success of the business. It's not just bringing in the revenue. How will you demonstrate that if people are absent from work, how much does it cost their company? And if you put in interventions so that people do not absent themselves, how will it benefit in terms of money? How does it benefit the organization? You should be able to develop such data to support how HR is contributing to the organization. So I've talked about the business acumen, people skills or leadership skills, and then also analytics. And please, let me say this, as HR people, yes, I'm saying as HR people because even though I'm a CEO, I'm also an HR person. So I understand the struggle that sometimes you go through, but I also believe that we can do something. And it's up to us. Let's continue to develop ourselves. Let's improve on our skills. If every time you need to execute something that is beyond policy, you need to bring in a consultant, then the business or the CEO might want to question why you are there and you're being paid. That is why you need to develop yourself. Yes, you need a consultant, please, by all means, because I'm a consultant, I need business.
Absolutely. But Patricia, you know, whenever you talk about consultant bringing in help, the first thing is budget. So
Exactly.
in a situation where your budget does not support you bringing in a consultant, at least you should be able to do something.
Exactly. Exactly. So continuous improvement.
Networking is very important because sometimes if the budget does not support, you need people who you can talk to get in touch with you. And that's why you need to be at the compensation and management training because you will certainly meet other HR people and you will network. All right, Patricia, sorry for cutting you. Please go ahead.
It's fine. It's a great point that you've made. Yes. So let's begin to improve on our skills. Let's take the opportunity to learn and networking, like you said. And let's have confidence in ourselves. One thing that I need to stress is that, yes, sometimes in my interaction with some of the HR people, we know our stuff, but we are not confident enough to stand before the CEO and defend our proposal. So I think that we should build that confidence. Once you'll be able to back your proposal with evidence, please be confident and be assertive and strong enough to defend your proposal before the CEO. Because we want, as CEOs, we want people who not always come and then tell us the problems, but you telling us the problem, and then you are giving us the solution to the problem. And that is a language we understand. We don't want to know about the problems. Yes, you have issues, but how are you going to solve it? And how is it going to impact on the bottom line? At the end of the day, is the impact how it impacts the bottom line, that really matters to us as CEOs, because we also have the board to be accountable to, and the stakeholders, shareholders, they're on our necks. So we want results. And so if you come and you're not giving us the results, then it becomes a challenge. Then we think that you're not contributing enough.
It becomes a challenge if you are not giving solutions to the problems in the organization, and that will mean that you are not contributing enough. And so as HR people, thank you, Patricia. She's mentioned some few critical skills that we need. We need to have business acumen, understand the business. It is not all about people. Please understand that you just get the basic understanding of what the organization is into and what they do and all that. And that even helps you understand the people you are working with and learn how to manage them. And what I'm so excited about is the confidence, but because a lot of us have the stuff, we know what we are about, but expressing it is an issue, probably because our CEOs also appear too intimidating. So you have everything and then you get before your CEO and Charlie, you are fumbling. Please build up your confidence level. Don't be afraid to make it. Sometimes it's good to make mistakes and learn from it. Okay, so don't be afraid of what you have. Thank you so much, Patricia. We have amazing contributions. Stephen says that some of the critical skills needed are strong business acumen. Patricia mentioned it. Thank you, Stephen. People and project skills. Thank you. Effective communication skills, proficient with digital tools and technology. And that is very, very important, because the era in which we are now, if you are not technologically inclined and digitally inclined, you will go off the system. And so thank you so much, Stephen, for this contribution. Oh, okay, all right. So I've now noticed that Stephen will have here. All right, so that is our guest. So our guest, because of the internet issues, is trying to give us his contribution through the comment section. I see you, Stephen. Thank you. I have now taken notice of you. All right, so we have Zachary. Zachary, say hi. Hi, Zachary. You're welcome. Rachel, thank you for joining us. Patricia, do you think that sometimes some HR people or some leaders are not able to demonstrate this strategic partnership skills because they just don't know how to go about it? And if that is the case, what are the steps that CEOs can take to help identify these gaps and then these areas of improvement and help them to become better and to be able to become partners to them?
Yes, there's nothing wrong with opening up and telling us that, look, yes, I wish I could do more, but I'm challenged. So what I would say as CEOs, let's be open. Patient, you said something like sometimes the CEOs tend to intimidate, the HR people. So don't let your posture be intimidating to your HR people, because you need to work together to get the results. So be open, and also give them opportunity to come to you and talk to you about their issues. And if you are giving them performance contracts, or you are setting targets, or you are meeting them in terms of their performance issues, just find out what you think they will need to be able to play that strategic role, and then assess their current strength or skills. What do they have now, and what is missing, the gap? If you need to push them to take a course, then you have to make them do that course at the cost of the company, right? Because like we said from the beginning, if they are strategic enough, it will help you as the CEO, it will help the business, it will help the organization in general. So we need to identify gaps with them. So have a conversation with your people, be open. Let's understand that, look, you also, just as you also need help, they also need help. And the help that you can give them is to be open to them and allow them to come to you and have a conversation with you. and the HR people too, let's be vulnerable. You know, sometimes we think that it's okay to give out the poster that we know when actually we don't. So it's okay to be vulnerable before your CEO and let them know what you need. And once they become vulnerable to you as CEOs, don't hold it against them. Don't say, my CEO, my HR is not good, I need to bring in another person. No, what you need to do is to help them by, if, for example, is a training that they need to go, you sponsor. Sometimes what they need is coaching. So you look at the HR space, somebody you think is becoming that or has become that strategic partner, you can let the person coach your HR. I mean, when I was with the Capital Group, and I always say that most of the things that I know today is because of my being with the Capital Group when I started my career in HR. One of the things my CEO did was to support an HR person. At that time, the confidence was not that strong. And yes, we saw that she was good, but she wasn't able to articulate or build a case for the things that she needed to do for the company so that the results would be achieved. So one of the things that we proposed was coaching. And my CEO took it upon himself to coach this person. And if I tell you where this person is now, right now, and I don't want to give the person out, so I won't say it, but the person is doing so well. So coaching is important, mentoring is important. If you cannot do it yourself, assign somebody who can to coach this HR person or mentor the person. And then there's the training, and please give them the support. Sometimes if the technology is there, like Steven said, it's important for them to know, but they have gone to the training, they have learned the analytics, they have the skills, but the technology that has to be deployed in the organization, because of budgetary constraints, you are not providing it, then it becomes a challenge. So yes, let's provide the support that HR needs in terms of technology, in terms of training, in terms of coaching and mentoring, and be open so that they could come to you at any time and share ideas with you without you holding it against them.
Be open as CEO so that your HR or your leaders can come to you when they are vulnerable or when they have issues without you holding it against them. Thank you, Patricia. Be interested in their developmental needs. Be interested in that. And I'm happy Patricia mentioned it. Most of the times when it comes to certain developmental objectives and other things, I mean, they leave it and tell you, Charlie Koyebra, let me see if it is okay. But if you are interested in their development and you have discussions with them, I'm sure, like Patricia has said, you would help them to become the strategic partners that will support you, because once your HR is doing well, it reflects on you, the CEO, as well. So one time my CEO told me that you are the assistant HR, I am the HR, you are doing my work for me. And so anytime you go to him and tell him that, oh, I am this, he said, Madam, it is not you, we are in it together, because you are only assisting me. And that has been his comment anytime I go to him. Monica says coaching and mentoring is a very important tool both CEOs and HRs can adopt. Thank you, Monica. If you cannot do it, like Patricia has said, get in touch with someone who is good at it to help you. You do it well, it comes to help you, or it benefits you yourself. Now, Patricia, let's look at this. How can CEOs help HRs to focus on the bigger picture of the organization? All right. So that they don't lose focus on the day-to-day operational activities within the department, but they don't also focus too much on the operational activities. All right. So how can CEOs help HRs to focus on the big picture as well as maintaining their balance in the operational duties?
Yeah, this is a great question, and it's one that every CEO must really pay attention to, because yes, HR has to take over the day-to-day, but a bigger picture, for HR to become strategic, HR must also focus on the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? What is the overarching goal of the organization? What is the strategic direction of the organization? some of the HR, sometimes when I talk to them and I ask them if they have the strategy of the business, the organizational strategy, they don't seem to have it, and they don't seem to have any idea about it. And I'm wondering how they can be that strategic partner if they don't know what the strategic document that governs the operations of the business is. So as a CEO, you, by virtue of your position as a CEO, you will have it, or you are privy to it. If HR doesn't have it, you need to bring it to the table and let HR, based on the strategic document or the strategy or the strategic plan of the business, HR also form their own HR strategy out of the general strategic plan of the company. And then once HR thesis out the strategic HR strategy from the general one, then whatever HR does from a strategy, it will be based on the general strategic plan of the company. And that way HR is focusing on the bigger picture. In fact, ideally, every HR manager in your organization should have access to your strategic document, your strategic plan, the overarching goal, and then HR then forms her or his strategic goal from the overarching one. Then it goes down to the nitty-gritty, so that even if the HR is recruiting, he knows what to look out for, because he knows where the company is going and the steps that to get there. If HR is managing people, he knows how to do it and all that. And people don't fit whatever skills gaps that are identified, whatever training, whatever development agenda HR is setting is based on the strategic plan that the company has. If you don't do it like that, then we'll allow HR to just become the paper pushing person that we have relegated HR to. Because if I'm not aware of the strategic direction the company is going, how can I contribute and become that strategic partner that you want me to be? So to help HR focus both on the bigger picture, which is the overarching goal, the strategy of the company, and then also not lose sight of the daily operations. The daily operations should be based on the strategic document. So HR has the organizational strategy is there. Then HR builds its own strategy from the organizational strategy, so that the day-to-day things that HR does also falls within the HR strategy, which is also within the organizational strategy. I don't know whether you understand the link.
Yes, I do.
So that HR doesn't operate in vacuum and just focus on leave management and absence management and all that, but then can make a strategic contribution to the development. And if HR, you are not getting that, then you need to talk to your CEO and have a discussion with them. Be assertive, because you should be able to walk to your CEO and tell them, look, I don't want to lose sight of the bigger picture, and I don't want to operate in isolation. I want to understand where the business is going. And I cannot understand that if I don't have that document, or you don't tell me where the business is going, so that I can tease out my strategy from that. And then whoever is managing other aspects of HR, everybody else is focusing on that, so we achieve the target and we become the strategic partner that we wish to become.
Thank you, Patricia. So CEOs, please share the overall strategic plans with us. If not, we will keep operating in vacuum and be focusing on who did not bring leave form and who did not call to say I am sick and all that. When you share it with us, we design or we come up with our own strategy from the general one, and then that also impacts on our day-to-day activities. We'll be taking a short break, but let me read these comments and then we will go on break, a very short one. Right, so Martin says, becoming a business partner also requires that HR design strategies and align same to support and facilitate the execution of corporate business strategies towards the achievement of business goals. And I agree with you. Martin. Now, Stephen says that practical skills HR can do to get themselves at the table are: one, look through the lens of the business, build trust and credibility, put people first, understand and be clear on the culture to build. Understand and be clear on the culture to build. Vera says that you have stated our case for us. Thank you, Vera. Today, Patricia has spoken for us. Zachary says that some CEOs are not willing and will not open up for such discussion. That's a big, I'm sure when we come back, Patricia will touch briefly on that. Vera says that coaching, mentoring bring us close and build the confidence in the profession and also in the person. We'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the measures or how HR can measure and track their initiatives on the business and the organization, and also communicate same to the major stakeholders. Stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
Hello, viewers. My name is Kojo Vaness. I'll be your facilitator for the compensation and benefits training, which is on the 27th and 28th April, organized by SEDAT at the Crystal Palm Hotel at Tesano. This is going to be a time for HR practitioners to have hands-on experience on how to design a compensation and benefits policy, how to design the payroll, how to even design a salary structure. We have done this training for the past 4 years, and I can confidently tell you that every single person that has participated in this training currently is able to design their own payroll, design their own salary structure, and do not entirely need any consultant. So I encourage each and every one of you to register. You can look down there, you get the information needed to register. Make the call SEDAT, and let's meet on the 27th and 28th.
Right, thank you and welcome back. Like the advert clearly stated, I mean, it's really practical, and you would enjoy the benefit of designing your own salary grading system and salary structure without necessarily needing the support of a consultant. And the amazing thing is that you stand to benefit during and after supports from the facilitator and other team members. So you don't want to miss this. It's happening from 27th to 28th of April at the Crystal Palm Hotel. Welcome back. All right. So before we left, we wanted Patricia to touch briefly on Zachary's comment before we move on to the next question. So Zachary says, and I'm reading it again, some CEOs are not willing and will not open up for such discussion. So in this case, what should the HR person do, or what should the manager who is going through this do?
Yes, I feel Zachary, and I think I said it from the beginning. Most CEOs and most HR people lament that they're not getting the support, but it's something that we should keep hammering and talking about it, because like we said from the beginning, it's in the interest of the CEO that you provide that kind of support to the HR, because patient, like you said, your boss mentioned, he is the HR, you are the assistant. The people issues are real, and you need the people to deliver the results. It's not the machines that will deliver the results. It's not even the technology that will deliver the result. It's the people. The people who are manning the technology, the people who are manning the machines are the people who develop the results. And so we should be able to open up, and I'm talking to my fellow CEOs, we should open up and discuss issues with our team members. I know that it seems that when finance people speak, CEOs listen. That's what I'm thinking.
But true. Finance and sales.
Yes, because they think that sales is bringing in the money and finance is managing the money, but HR is managing the people who make the money, who bring in the money. So if there's anybody that you should listen to the more, it should be the HR person who brings in the people, who bring you the money. Right. So yes, and then Zachary, don't give up. Let's keep on. And you see, Stephen mentioned something: building credibility and trust. Develop yourself, build your credibility, and then develop that confidence to go there and build a case for yourself, and let the CEO know the outcome, the consequences. If we choose this option, so give the CEO options. Okay, we can choose to not do anything about it, and then this is what the consequences will be, and this is how it will affect the bottom line. But we can choose to take this action, and this is what the consequences will be, and this is how it will impact the bottom line as well. Then throw the decision making to him. Let him make the decision. Is when we have not built that credibility, is when we have not developed ourselves, and we are just making proposals without backing it up with evidence and with numbers and with analytics. That is why if you're an HR practitioner right now, we've not done analytics course, please try and do it, because it helps you be able to bring out the issues and show how it affects, or it affects the bottom line in terms of money, cost, money. So if people are absent, how much does it cost the business in a month, in a year, in a quarter? And if you're able to manage people well so that they are well taken care of, engagement is on point, and they give off their best, they go the extra mile, how does it affect the bottom line? So do your research and network amongst your fellow HR practitioners, because industries are different, and especially for those who work with multinationals, there are some multinationals that understand the position of HR and gives HR the opportunity to be a strategic partner. Look out for such HR people and talk to them, find out how they are doing it, and build your confidence, build your credibility, be assertive. Because it is your job, it is the profession that is on the line. It's not even you, it's the profession. And it becomes so difficult for you, and especially if you're always held to the Labor Commission because your CEO is allowing you to do certain things, it becomes a challenge. So my advice is that build your credibility, develop yourself, talk to other HR people, be assertive, be confident, build your case, show them the cost of not doing or of doing what you are proposing for them to do.
Show them the cost of not doing or doing what you are supposed to do. So Laurentia just typed in her comment, and that got me to laugh spontaneously. She says that then we will add finance to our HR. Thank you, Laurentia. I mean, your comment just got me laughing. We will add finance to our HR so that they will listen to me. I agree with you, my sister. I agree with you. We'll add finance to it. But on a more serious note, as HR people, I also think that one of the skills we need to help us be at the table is to understand numbers in terms of finances, so that when they are talking the balance sheet and talking their depreciation and other things, we can also speak to it. So I agree with you, Laurentia. We are adding it to it. Maybe Sedat Consult to organize a training on finance for non-finance management managers, and we would attend. Laurentia, I want to see you at that training, because I will be there also. And then David said, we must understand the strategic contribution we bring to the table. And that is very true. Thank you, David. Now, Patricia, let's move on to the question I asked before we went on break. How can HRs measure and track the impact of their initiatives on the organization and communicate the results to key stakeholders?
I think that is what David just said. We must understand the strategic contribution that we bring to the table. You should understand what your initiatives bring to the organization, the impact that it makes on the bottom line. And I think I've been saying this over and over again. Understand the analytics, okay? Understand if, for example, we send people out for training and they go for the training, how do you determine the impact of the training so that you assure the organization that you have return for the investment that you have made? Because that is why most organizations think that, when there's a budget to cut, it's the training budget that is cut most of the time, because we are not able to to tell them the impact that the training is having. So for example, you train somebody on sales and marketing. Prior to that training, how was the person performing? Then after the training, how is the person performing? If you compare the two, then you should be able to tell that before the training, this person maybe brought in just one client per quarter. Now, after this training, we are seeing 3 clients per quarter. So it means that this training has helped. And let's look at how much that one client brought to the business, and then how much the 3 clients bring to the business. Then you can compare. So be able to measure your return on training, the investment that you have made, be able to do that. And then let's look at recruitment. If you are recruiting somebody, for example, if you spend about a month to recruit when the position is vacant, which means that we might not be able to put numbers to it, but indeed it's costing the business if the position is vacant. But how are we going to determine that? That is where the analytics come in. And I think that is not something too difficult. Sometimes HR will run away from numbers, and that is why sometimes we went into HR. But numbers have come to catch up with us, so we can't run away from the numbers. Let's take the course in HR analytics. Well, I think in May we'll have our analytics, and this one all you need is the Excel. You don't need any software, so that your company will say we can't invest in software. As for Excel, you are using it. You'll be able to use that to measure when position is vacant, and I'm able to fill the position in 2 weeks. I have saved the company 2 weeks of money or cost. And then bringing in the right person that fits the job is also very important. So the quality of the people you bring in, how can you tell that, okay, we brought somebody in and within the probation, the person left. Now we have put in place measures so that when we bring somebody, even the onboarding that we give to the person brings the person to a certain kind of connection with the company. So the person stays on. So I've been able to bring somebody on that has stayed for maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. How much in terms of money are you saving the company by retaining talent? You should be able to bring that. So if you are coming out with initiative in talent management, for example, you should be able to build a case that because of this strategy, because of this initiative, I've been able to save the company this much money because now people are not leaving, the attrition is not very high. And don't forget that when people leave, it's not like people leave and people will come. Some CEOs, that is, and business owners, that's the language. Oh, let them leave. People will come, let them leave. No, if you do that, you are hurting your brand. And when you want to get the quality talent, because don't forget that in the industry that you are operating, there's a war for talent. And if you don't have a good brand, you won't get the best talent. I mean, I'm a recruiter, so sometimes when I'm recruiting for organizations and I mention, I'm able to quote a good talent. And I say, look, I want you to go to this company. Immediately I mention the company, they tell me, no, if it is this company, I'm not interested. Yes, I want to move, but if it is this company, I am not interested. This is how you lose talent because you have not built that credibility. You are not the employer of choice, and people are leaving you anyhow, and it sends the wrong message to people. So I think this is what I would say for now, and I'm sure our guests will come in again. We'll make room for that. He says he'll be in Accra in May, so we'll try and bring him. Maybe where he is, the network is not very good, but we'll bring him again to also talk to the issue. So it's fine. Patience. This is what I want to say.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you. As much as possible, don't just organize your initiatives or implement your initiatives without measuring it. You should be able to tell the effect or the impact of your initiatives on the business. Thank you, Patricia. That was an awesome contribution. Thank you. Our time is fast spent. Oh, I'm enjoying the discussion and we have to end the conversation. But before we go, we want to look at, Patricia, when businesses or organizations and CEOs help their HR people to become strategic partners, what benefits do they stand to get?
A lot. First off, you get people who are a right fit because they are coming in is based on the business needs. If you open up to your HR and HR understands the business needs, has the business acumen, understands where the business is going, HR will know that, okay, I'm recruiting somebody now to fill this position, but I know that the business is, let's say, going digital. And so even though I'm bringing somebody to do sales, I need to bring somebody who will also be either has the potential to do digital marketing or has the skill of digital marketing. So that in the 3 years that we want to go digital, that person will still be relevant. So that I don't have to recruit another person to do digital marketing. Then I save the company money. So if every initiative or every goal or strategy that the business has, HR is pivoted, and CEO, you give HR that support to be that strategic partner, it means that before you think, somebody says, I have thought, because the people that you need to deliver the results, HR has in mind what kind of people to bring. If the people are already in, what kind of training to give them? If not training, what kind of on the job? Sometimes even it will just be job rotation. So I'm a strategic partner. I understand where the business is going. I know that we need to have a front desk person who also understands finance, who is also able to sell. So that if somebody walks into the business and asks them about a product, that person will be able to give details of the product and sell. So I'm rotating. Today the person is here. Tomorrow the person should spend some time in finance, some time in sales and marketing, some time in IT, so that we build the overall capacity of all our staff. When we do that, we save the company a lot of money. So I'm saying that if you support your HR to be strategic, you can sleep and go to bed, or you go to bed and sleep. Because you know that HR has the skills and will be able to, so that before your board of directors, you also have a case to build. Even if HR is not there with you in the boardroom, your relationship with HR is such that you are able to articulate the HR issues properly at the boardroom, and you get the support, and then you bring back, then it becomes a cycle, and it goes on and on. At the end of the day, it makes your job easier. It makes your job easier.
It makes your job easier at the end of the day if we support HR people to become strategic, or as CEO, you support your HR to become a strategic partner to you. You can go to bed and sleep because you are sure that there's someone who is there thinking about the business strategically and won't create issues for you to come and solve. And so please, let's support our HR people to become strategic. Thank you so much, Patricia, for standing in for Stephen. And I want to say a very big thank you to all our listeners and viewers today. Thank you so much. It's been very interactive, and we want to have it interactive all the time. Tell us what you think. Give us your questions. Let us know your view, and our resource persons would help or confirm your contribution for you. All right, so today's episode was brought to us as usual by Sedat Consult, and we are privileged to have the CEO here. Patricia, thank you so much for supporting Sedat HR Digest. You can contact them on 0244 629245, 0244 629245 for all your people and organizational issues. And also want to say a big thank you to Quick Fix Creatives for supporting us with our designs and our printings and all that. You can get in touch with them on 05520 90057, 05520 90057 for all your designing and printing needs. And before Patricia gives us a final words, we want to remind you that from 27 to 28 of April 2023, right at the Crystal Palm Hotel, we will be having a training on how to build a competitive grading system and salary structure. I'm a beneficiary of that training. Today, I can say that I have designed a salary grading and salary structure for 3 organizations, and I'm happy to say that out of the 3, I've implemented 2. I'm here to implement the last one. You won't regret coming for this training. Larisha says she will be there for the finance for non-finance managers. So Auntie Pat, you have 2 participants already. Myself and Larisha, we are coming for that training. Yvonne says that Excellent delivery, Patricia. Thank you, Yvonne. Monica says that's well done, Patricia. That was a good delivery. Thank you, Monica. And we want to take the final words of Patricia, and then we would sign off for the day. Patricia.
Thank you so much. So my final words to HR people. As HR practitioners, we have a lot to do. We have a lot of contributions to make to the business. And let's position ourselves well. Let's develop ourselves. And once you have developed yourself, you'll be confident of your competency. And then you'll be able to build a case all the time and tell your CEO how your initiatives are contributing to the bottom line. And please, if you have not done analytics yet, watch out for our training in May on HR analytics, and please be part of it no matter what you do. If you have to pay for yourself to do it, please pay for yourself and do it, because it will be worth it. Develop yourself so that you can be well positioned to play that strategic role. And as CEOs, let's understand this, that if HRs play strategic role, it makes our jobs easier. And let's open up to them. Let's support them. Let's help them to fill any gaps that we will help them identify. If it is training, take them to training. If it's mentoring, if it's coaching, if you have to pay a coach to coach them, if you have to pay a mentor, you don't pay mentors, but you pay coaches. Pay and let them learn. And if you yourself, you understand the business, you understand the people issues, you can coach or mentor your HR, so that hand in hand, you will make a meaningful contribution to the bottom line. Because after all you want to see are the results. And if HR can help you get the results, because HR are the people who manage the people who give you the results. If you're able to manage the people well, the results will come as a matter of course. So let's give them the support. And HR, please support each other. A community of HR, let's link up, let's support each other, and let's position ourselves well. And let's avail ourselves for short trainings that will build our competencies. Thank you for having me, Patience.
Thank you very much, Patricia. So as HR people, let's not be interested in developing others and leaving ourselves. We equally need the development. Develop yourself, get your professional certification, make sure that you are building yourself, because that also contributes to your confidence. Lauricia says that thanks so much as usual. Another great session. Thank you, Lauricia. Don't forget, I'll be expecting you at that training. In fact, I'm going to sit by you. Michael said, I have learned a lot. Thank you, Mrs. Patricia Abnakisi. Thank you, Michael. Steven says, very good delivery. Let's support one another. Thank you, Steven. We'll have Steven again to join us in one of our sessions. We want to say a very big thank you to all of you for coming on board and joining in the discussion. It's been very participatory. It's been very contributive. Thank you so much. We want to encourage you to like, share, and comment on all our social media handles, and let people also get to know of Sedat HR Digest. Don't learn alone, get others to learn as well. Remember, it is a platform where we discuss relevant topics on people and organizations so that we can create a very solid work environment that impacts positively on the bottom line as well as the people that we work with. It's been wonderful having you here. We'll see you again next week with another interesting topic. Don't forget to invite, don't forget to share, and don't forget to register for our compensation program. Thank you, and we love you.
Okay.
Laurie, I see your smiles. I see your, it means we are coming. Thank you so much.
Please, let me say this before we go. I'm hijacking your program. Forgive me. Sunday, because it's Easter Sunday, we are taking an Easter break so that Patience can go to church. She's also full, so that she can go to church and enjoy the Easter program. So we'll come back after the Easter holidays to continue with the HR Digest. Thank you all for the support. I've been hearing all the wonderful comments you are making on our pages. Thank you for the support, and God bless us all. Enjoy your Easter.
Thank you. Enjoy yours too, Patricia. And we say we love you. Thank you. Keep following us, keep learning, and I can assure you, we'll get somewhere. We are all going somewhere, and I know we'll get to that destination. Have a wonderful evening, and see you Sunday coming week.
Hello, viewers. My name is Kujo Vaness. I'll be your facilitator for the compensation and benefits training, which is on the 27th and 28th April, organized by SEDAT at the Crystal Palm Hotel at Tesano. This is going to be a time for HR practitioners to have hands-on experience on how to design a compensation and benefits policy, how to design the payroll, how to even design a salary structure. We have done this training for the past 4 years, and I can confidently tell you that every single person that has participated in this training currently is able to design their own payroll, design their own salary structure, and do not entirely need any consultant. So I encourage each and every one of you to register. You can look down there, you get the information needed to register. Make the call SEDAT, and let's meet on the 27th and 28th.